of months ago, I played a game called Finding Hannah on mobile. I mentioned in a previous video that I was enjoying this game. Even though I wasn't super far into the story, I was really loving what I had seen so far. Recently, Finding Hannah was released on Steam for Windows, and I was lucky enough to be gifted a copy of the game by the studio. When I first heard that Finding Hannah was being released on PC, I was super interested how this game, a combination of matching and hidden object game, could translate to PC. These sorts of things I find are usually played best on mobile, somewhere that you could quickly tap and play on the go. Now, the one thing that would tell you whether or not I enjoyed playing this game on PC is that I played all 3 chapters available at the moment in a single afternoon. I lost track of time, and the only thing that made me stop playing Finding Hannah was that the dogs needed their dinner, so I had no choice but to stop. So how does a game that's so simple hook me in so easily? One part of this would definitely be finding the hidden objects and the matching items to be able to unlock the next part of the game, but the main part that hooked me in and kept me going was the story. It's so good, and you can tell it was written with heart, including themes that are not necessarily easy to talk about, and not also something that we'd find in a game of this type normally. The story follows Hannah, a 39-year-old woman living in Berlin. She works as a graphic designer, she has a full, fun life, but something's missing. Throughout the story, she discovers more and more about herself and the woman who raised her, and at the end of chapter 3, she's starting to become brave and step out, even if it might not be comfortable or easy to do so. There is also a thread running through the whole story that in order for things to change, you must step out. But also, if those in the past hadn't also stepped out, your life may have ended up completely different today than what it is. Throughout the game, you see Hannah, her mum, or Alma in different places. Hannah is at the club, or her home, or she's at work dealing with a creepy billionaire. Alma's in her garden and then back in World War II, and her mum is in the 70s rallying for peace and then in her apartment now. And it's amazing the way that Fein Games has managed to blend this rich, full story with such simple gameplay and make it work together so well. The art style overall is amazing. There are times that I found myself just looking at the scenes, taking them in, almost getting distracted from what I was meant to be doing. And the game's soundtrack is also so good that I could easily listen to many of these songs myself, not as part of the game. If I had to choose between buying the PC and mobile version for Finding Hannah, I don't think I actually could. It runs really well on both, so I think it all comes down to how you personally play games. When I'm playing a game on PC, it generally has most, if not all, of my attention. Whereas if I play a game on mobile, I tend to be doing or watching other stuff at the same time. And as this is a game that I feel needs more focus than I usually give mobile games, plus it definitely needs the awesome soundtrack playing because it is just so good, and I generally play mobile games on silent, then PC is probably my pick for me. It's also currently 25% off Steam, so definitely a good time to buy for PC. On mobile, you can get it for both Android and Apple. I paid a little under $4 New Zealand for it on the iPhone, and I think it's around $2 to $3 in the US. Steam is a little more expensive, but still worth the price. I honestly was really touched by the story in Finding Hannah. Chapter 3 was released at the same time as the Steam launch this week, and it ends on such a cliffhanger that I really can't wait to find out what happens next. Have you tried Finding Hannah yet? Have you been considering it? Are you a fan of puzzle games or games with like a rich story like this? Thank you so much for watching. Do like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. I play lots of cute, cozy and indie games on my channel, and I always keep my reviews quick, honest and hopefully helpful. Stay fresh, juice bags. Bye!